I feel uncomfortable and you're harassing her. She has nothing else left to do but call the police.
Okay.
She said she wanted to call the police.
Okay.
Can I finish,
okay.
Mr.
Go
Palmer,
ahead.
please?
Go ahead.
I cannot tell her, no, don't call the police, even though you just told me you feel uncomfortable and you feel he's harassing you. I can't tell her don't call.
So
she wanted to call, so she called.
So she took it upon herself to not only make up a lie, but to put you involved in it and lie to you about the situation when clearly I was not harassing her, and then lie to police when that didn't work out and say that I was falling to the bathroom.
She felt you was harassing.
I mean,
I don't know.
Christine,
maybe I would take it. Can I finish?
Okay, go right ahead.
I would probably take it differently. I wouldn't probably say you're harassing me. It's more of a menace. It's not harassing. But she felt it was harassing. That was the word she used.
Okay.
That's what she used. That's how she felt. You feel, just like you expressed in your letters, how you feel.
Okay.
You feel I'm sneaky. You feel Nigel's sneaky. Those are feelings. That's how you feel.
If I came to you, Christine, I have an issue, and I just came to Christine, can I ask you a question? And you jump out your chair and said, oh, you have to leave this area, harassing me, and carry all that. Is that appropriate?
Were you recording her?
I had my phone. I didn't have video. I had audio. That's the thing about it too. I understand if you got uncomfortable video, but why are you uncomfortable audio? Because you're going to say something or do something that you don't want to get in trouble for down the line. That's what the problem is in here. So even if I don't record video, you guys don't want me to record audio because at the end of the day, things are said and done in a certain manner that is just inappropriate.
Did you threaten to put it on social media?
I didn't put anything on social media.
No, but did you?
But even if I did put it on social media, these are people that work for the city that have a job to do.
You don't work for the city.
Well, you work for Camba. You're providing a service, a public service.
But we're not public figures.
But you're not public figures.
No,
but you're still providing a service to the public.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a private. Your organization is private, but you're still providing a public service.
Yeah. But not really public, because not anyone can just walk in here.
Not anyone, but clients are here for a reason and are.
Yeah, but not anyone.
So it's like
confidentiality.
The library is different from Canada. They're providing a service. We're providing a service, but they're city and we're public. We're private.
But at the end,
so I want to get an understanding because I don't want to relive the past with you.
It's not about reliving the past.
This is what
her behavior is not only with me though. Other people are complaining. This is the thing that I'm trying to get across to you guys. Not because other people are not going to take it as far as I do. I mean, there's not other complaints. At night, she carries on with this behavior. Also, Miss Tiffany carries on with this behavior. And it's a harassing, underhanded behavior, and they just do things just in an unprofessional manner, and they think it's okay. So when anything transpires and they call you, of course you're going to say, oh, well, that's the way you feel, go ahead and call the police. But at the end of the day, you're not here. You don't know if they're telling the truth or not, even though they're your employees, but they are given the go-ahead to do it. So at the end of the day, even though you gave them the go-ahead, because that's how they felt, that can cause a potential lawsuit for you now because you're giving somebody the go-ahead without even knowing any facts behind it, but you're just giving them the go-ahead because they're your staff. Now, at the end of the day, if they're wrong for whatever you gave them the go-ahead to do, it still falls on your head and Camba's head. Which you know, administrators don't like to take the responsibility of their staff, but they don't understand that at the end of the day, what your staff does also falls down on top of you and your superiors.
Agreed. So how can we move forward with
well,
with
since
you? Can we wait?
Okay.
You want to answer the question before I answer?
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Because
I already have this plotted out already.
So you go ahead.
No.
No.
What can you do to
you go ahead.
Okay. From right now, as I see, since I've sent you guys the letter and all this stuff has transpired and the harassing behavior, and I know I asked not to be.
You're using the word harassing.
Written. Yeah, because it's the behavior and I have evidence of it.
Okay.
It's the behavior of your staff. Okay. So now when I come to your staff to ask them for something and they want to try not to give me that service or try to make it difficult for me, that's harassment.
Staff are trying to make it.
If I come to, since this has transpired and me sending you letters, staff has been giving me less food than other clients. Sometimes putting other clients in the midst of it just to get back at me. Now this has happened, other clients have witnessed it. Even with the incident, the second incident when Tiffany spoke to the client And as when you were there, remember you said it's the client's.
What's this one?
Remember when they called the police and I was menacing the other client that was on the video,
I know.
and the client, but the client wasn't on video, so you made an accusation, not seeing the video.
This was last week.
The meeting I had with you in Canada, that showed you the video. I have it on audio if you want to play it, please.
The other version.
Okay. Yes. So you made an accusation. I previously had issues with you before with the flipping of the light, the false accusation.
You're talking about
The tipping. So the day when that transpired with the client, they left the cafeteria with the client. Then the police was called. The police officer said that I was violating policy, which the officer previously, before when the officers called the other supervisor, they said I wasn't violating policy. So when the police come here, they try the best way to polish up things, especially when it comes to the client, to be on the side of the staff, because at the end of the day, this is a shelter. We're individuals by ourselves, so most of them are criminals, this, that, going through their own problems. So it's best for the police to look at it like that, and you can use that in your favor. Even when the police officer came the day of the first incident, the officer looked at me, and the first thing came out of his mouth, oh, he's not irate, he's calm. So that means that somebody had to previously tell you that I was irate, I was carrying on, which was a lie.
And the police, like you said, they make assumptions when they.
They're not making assumptions, but if you're going to say.
When it comes to shelter, sometimes we'll call for an incident and we'll get like 20 officers here with gloves on, and we're like, it's not.
And this is why the problem I have with the SROI there too, because once they call the police, it's like, oh, he's the criminal, he's the perpetrator. But at the end of the day, now when I show them the evidence, it's like, who gets hit with harassment? The landlord, the super, and that. So you see how things work?
The police make their own discrimination sometimes, thinking of where they're
But when an employee makes their own discrimination to work in their favor and then use a client to do that, it's like, how professional is that now? And not only, now you're just saying that's the client's choice to make that, you can put on the client to cover it up for yourself, saying that's the client's choice to make that accusation or make that report. But at the end of the day now, another client client's right to do it. I know how that's seen. Not to do it, because it's within their rights.
If you wanted to call the police, we wouldn't.
I know, you wouldn't say no.
Don't call the police.
I know how that works. But at the end of the day, it goes beyond feeling now. Because what you are not apt to is that, remember I told you about that incident? A client told me that he saw the staff, more than one staff around the same person, coercing him. Now I've explained this to you before, and a client came out of the blue. I never asked him, I didn't even know he was around the situation. Willingly gave me that information. Which I keep on telling you guys, that what your staff does, clients see this.
What were they saying?
No, because he was saying that, because he was saying that, they're trying to get him to, but he told me before, the police were called, they were trying to get the guy to write the statement and talk to him.
What were they saying to him?
He didn't go in that detail, but if you want to meet with that client, sure.
Okay, I will.
Right? I don't know his name, I know he's one of the guys in wheelchair from the first floor here. And this is a gentleman, and we have conversations, but for him to give up that information, and I'm not investigating on anyone and asking who saw what, who did this. For you to willingly give me that information, it's like, come on. Now it puts your staff in a bad position. And that's not the first person I've heard with bad stuff coming up from your staff with the gossiping. Another client said, oh, they call you a bitch. Now mind you, everybody in the dorm heard this when the client came up there and he said, oh, the staff don't like you. They down there, they talk about you, they call you bitch. He said it in front of other clients. So now, not only on unprofessional behavior in front of me, you're doing it in front of other clients now. If you want to have a make-up meeting, how do you change these behaviors? And other people are witnessing it. And they may not say nothing to defend themselves, but I'm the only one to do it. It's evident. I mean, I'm not telling these people to say this. They're coming and giving me this information, saying it in front of other clients.
And I'm going to give you this advice for that. I know what you witness, what you feel, what you see. That's what you witness, that's what you feel, what you see. Mm-hmm. I advise, that's it. That's all I can do. I can't tell you not to do something or to do something. I advise that if you didn't hear it directly, don't run with it. Because you don't know. You don't know these people, other people here. You don't know what their
agendas are.
Exactly.
I understand where you're coming from, but
and I'm just telling you that to be careful of that.
I understand that. I've been through this rain before.
And am I taking away from the fact that somebody probably was talking about you? Absolutely not.
Because they've done it in front of me too.
I'm not going to take that away from you either. But in the hindsight, you didn't see it. You didn't hear
hearsay is that. And a legal stance. I know you don't know
what people
intentions are and all this stuff. I know what you're going to pipeline with to say, but at the end of the day, if I can look at 62 men live here, and majority of them are giving me information about stuff that staff doing, the stuff they're unpleased with, or telling me something that this person said about staff, it's like a common thing. So it means that I guess most of the clients here, even though they know staff don't like me, and they know staff don't like the recording, and other staff are clear of this, what's going on with me and the facility and your staff. They volunteer. It's not like it's not like I start these conversations with them. They volunteer this information, what they witnessed, what they hear. I understand you saying don't go back with it, but at the end of the day, it's more than one person saying this and more than one person witnessing this. And it just doesn't look right. Suddenly, everybody just has an agenda to get back at your staff. You're hearing from your staff, which I'm even hearing from myself. How much of a lie can it be? I can understand that people have agendas. I've been in a situation where I've been in jobs of people that talked about, but I never focused on that because I dealt with that person as an individual. And if I see those traits, then I'll deal with that person as it is. But if not, then I'm not going to go off what no one else says. But if I'm seeing the traits and people are saying it also, yeah, you can say don't go with what other people are saying, but it's there. The evidence is there. And it's not just more than one person. It's not just one person, it's more than one person. So at the end of the day, how am I supposed to look at it? How are you going to look at it as a person? I can understand you say hearsay is one thing, but how are you going to look at it as a person? And there's not just one person, even more than one person speaking to me about the situation at the same time. So are all these people having agendas against you now?
That wasn't what I was saying.
No, but I understand you were saying people's intentions, but I look at it as a whole.
I think you should always be mindful.
Mindful, I am. And
I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not taking away from you.
That's why anything I bring up in this meeting is usually from what I witnessed, what I have evidence of, not what everybody else says. But now this is adding on to it now, because not only on witness and what I have evidence of, it's like what other people are saying now. And other people are not just saying, just witnessing. And it's not just nothing from different from what I'm seeing and witnessing. So now, if evidence is there, it's like, how am I going to at least deny what you're saying? It's like, and you have no reason, you're not getting money from me to say it, to tell me this, you're not getting anything from me, but you're volunteering this information because this is what you all witnessed.
So, when I said start over meeting, I didn't want to talk about the past. Those are new things. Mm-hmm. And that's something new, something additional to address, not new to address. Those are additional things to address with staff. I have been talking to staff about you and about moving forward, helping them understand that they have to move forward in working with you and putting behind them also, because they're reserved about, they're still cautious about the recording and things like that. And I spoke to them about that and moving forward beyond that and working with you on that. With that being said,
Christine, can I ask you one quick question though? I'm sorry to cut you off though, but
you did, but okay.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying in the mentality of a person that has a job and has duties to do, right? Nothing personal should come out of that, of how you feel about someone.
Yeah, absolutely right.
People need to understand that I go to work and I have my job, my clients, if they had their behaviors, they had this, even working with high school kids and little kids, they had. Every day I came to work, I cannot bring about, oh, you cursed me out yesterday, or you threw this in the lunchroom, or you did this. I cannot come to work every morning and do that.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So, what I'm telling you is, I'm not trying to say that, oh, you should be writing this or going on anybody's back, but at the end of the day, they should have a mentality that, even if I feel this way about Mr. Palmer or Mr. this, Mr. that, I'm here to provide a service.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
So even if you don't like that person, look, maybe this is what you does that.
Well, it's not about liking anybody, because nobody knows anyone here on a personal level.
But I'm
like them, what to dislike them.
But I'm talking about the treatment. Even if you didn't like me recording the previous day, or at the end of the day, you're held on a different level than me as a client. Just like my students are held on a different level as me as a school aide. I cannot stoop to your level and get down to your level because you're not getting paid to do a service. I'm providing a service to you. So at the end of the day, however you behave, I have to go around that just to provide that service and get you out of my face.
Yeah, absolutely. No, not
on me, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, just to alleviate the situation, get it over with, and you're pleased.
Right. Yeah,
the best way I can.
Yeah, absolutely right. And in a perfect world,
but that's the way I work.
In a perfect world,
white people can't work like that.
Every employee in a place where they provide services should act according to what you just said. In a perfect world.
But why do people don't do that?
I wish I had that answer.
I'm going to. This is what I went through with my supervisors in my previous job, but they don't like me either. Because at the end of the day,
what I really think, and honestly, like I said, I don't BS. I'm completely honest. People are human, first and foremost, regardless of a client, regardless of a supervisor, regardless of a RA, maintenance worker, security, whatever you are, we're all human. It starts with that. And people deal with their feelings differently. That's the best way I can answer that.
Well, I don't know if I'm robotic, but when it comes to me getting paid through a provider service, my feelings is irrelevant. My personal life is irrelevant. My service is what counts. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking to you that this is why I work also as an employee in any institution or wherever I work. This is what I do. So I'm not just saying, oh, your employee should be doing this because I'm just a client and I feel like I should be treated this way because that's how I treat people.
No, that's how working providing services should be. And I agree.
I brought this into my supervisor too.
That's why I
it's a
conversation with the staff about how to move forward.
Treating clients better. Not only myself, other clients too.
Well,
because I'm not saying, I know this is my meeting, I know. But
because of the issue that was going on.
I understand, but I'm just explaining this to you. I know this is directed towards me in the bubble, and I tell other guys this. Even when I come to the meetings, I tell them, your complaints, I bring your complaints across the table because we have similar complaints at the end of the day. Because they may go and say this and that and that, but they're not going to come and email you a letter, write in detail, and or take evidence and say, look, this is why I feel it. They're not doing that. So at the end of the day, how they keep their issues is different than how I keep my issues. I want to handle it. I have to go to the top of it. I go to the top. I create evidence. I not create, but I get evidence to back up support whatever I'm saying, my accusations. So it's there. So and these gentlemen are not doing that. They're saying, and this is what they tell me. Oh, you know they're gonna find you housing because you know they're gonna do this. I mean, it's petty stuff, but your staff is showing that petty behavior. So it's like not that they're just saying it. Your staff is showing that petty behavior.
To housing, to discuss housing. That's one of the main things I want to discuss with you. Because Dean had mentioned something to me about your housing. So he expressed, and this was something we didn't know anything about. He said that you were worried about getting an SRO because you heard that a lot of clients here are chosen for SROs, and that's something you did not want.
It's coming from a previous situation like that, yeah.
And he said also you said
have kids. Yeah.
So
being in that for 2 years, I can't have my kids coming to SRO there. One of my kids is 18, the other one is 16 and 13.
Really?
I'm 38.
Wow.
I may look young, but yes.
Wow, really? Okay. So, SROs are an issue. Okay.
I mean, it's the easiest thing to put to DHS to put me in is with me having the voucher already ongoing and stuff, but I said, being through that situation, what I'm going through, the crack, the this, the
kids were visiting you there?
No, they can't visit SROs. The kids are not supposed to be living in the SROs.
Oh, you want them to live with you?
Not even living, just visit. Yeah, but they cannot come on the premises on the 18th, on the 17th.
Maybe that one, because some of them do. SRO I work at, they used to allow them.
Yeah, but not there because they have pedophiles and all that other stuff in the building.
So
yeah, so but even though the two of his grandkids was living there, they're trying to keep on the house.
18, 16, and 13?
Yeah.
And you have your Section 8 voucher still.
It expires December 28th.
Nigel, can you email Tracy Davis?
Okay.
Give him the information. I'm sorry, Mr. Palmer. Give him the information that he asked about the other person, about Mr. Palmer. Maybe it'll be easier for him to find something for him than the other person. He probably has more.
My only pet peeve with this, even the housing part of it, I'm not working. My working, which I was going to explain to Francis in the letter, the open harassment, the assault charge was dropped. That's like both my cases. I'm not worried about whether they'll get dropped because I have evidence. But I still have to wait to December 28th for my aggravated harassment case to be dropped. So that is putting a big pause on because I already got a letter from Target. Remember I told you guys about Target, GameStop. I clarified that with GameStop, but they still have that case open. That's what stops that situation. So it wasn't something that previously, because I know I didn't do anything wrong with the company. So
you
that's
worked for them.
Yeah. So it's like that open case is basically hindering me right now because a lot of places doing background checks, and that open case is going to stop.
Really?
Yeah.
What places have you applied for?
Target, GameStop, the supermarket, this thing called Manpower. They're doing stairs in Kings Plaza. They're redoing that. I applied for that. Back to work for it. They give me a list of places. I went to Human Edge.
You haven't tried the other place at Kings Plaza?
Yeah.
Primark.
No, I haven't traveled yet.
Primark special, when they first opened, you wasn't a client yet, but when they first opened...
Are they background friendly?
Huh?
Are they background friendly?
That's what I'm telling you. They're background friendly, and they were opening their market to people who lived in shelter. Let me just look up.
I'll take it. I'll take anything right now because it's hard for me to go to a landlord really able to work and say I'm not working until it's criminal enforcement Section 8. For me, I'm not doing property. Me looking at somebody who's potentially is going to be a tenant and like, oh, you're not working, you have Section 8.
They're going to be worried about the electricity.
Yeah, and all this stuff.
Water,
you understand? So I know I get up and do what I have to do, but at the end of the day, it doesn't look right for somebody just to come and say, oh, and I'm willing and able to work. I understand if I was in a wheelchair or something, it'd be like, okay, that's the bigger excuse, but.
Let me see. Primark is a British organization. You need to hire a majority of jobs will be part-time, up to the summer full-time as well.
Maybe Patrick Burlington is inspired.
One is accepting a position in a mutually agreed upon schedule. I'm not changing my basic management system for HS or GED not required. Still provides accommodations to employees who may experience housing insecurity.
Is that person still hiring for that? It's in April.
That was April when they first opened. Okay. But Christmas is coming.
It's Christmas season, yeah.
Exactly.
So I'll probably get some. Alright, the email. Let me see. I have a updated copy of my resume also, because I redid my resume.
Let me see. This is some other.
I have to do another resume, put my retail experience separately to just for like directed towards retail.
Yeah, maybe a place like that will.
Yeah, I just need some. I just need something to make a little something for this next 2 months until my court case is stopped, and I go for something more professional, more.
And you go to court December 20th.
20th. So the last time I went, they just dropped the assault charge, and then they was holding that. That works.
Who is this person? This is somebody.
Because he asked me if I was going to, they said that they let family, I guess, pay for family if I was living with family, but I have my brother lives in England, my father lives in England. My mother, she has apartments and stuff, but I don't know. Actually,
where are you from?
I was born here. I was raised in Jamaica, my father.
Okay. You're from Brooklyn?
Yeah. Okay. My father's actually, I don't know if you looked it up, the famous artist, Alexander Cooper. You can Google him.
Who?
Alexander Cooper.
What did he do?
He got an award distinction with Bob Marley, and when Obama was inaugurated, he did artwork as a contribution to U.S. State Department.
Oh, really?
And he's the first black person to have an artwork shown outside the country.
Wow.
Google it, Alexander Cooper, when you have time. Jamaican artist.
Cooper. They have a website, premark.com, but I'm going to our Camba's senior vice president, he was contacting her. And she oversees the shelter. So I'll email her, explain your situation, ask her can she get back in contact with him to see if he can.
That's for the housing or for the job?
Premark.
For Premark. Okay.
Premark.
Yeah, if you can.
Housing, we're going to try and work with somebody at DHS. See if Tracy.
I already spoke to, his name Aaron.